media review, Jonathan Wick, Baba Yaga.
Who's Baba Yaga?
That's his name in the movie.
For real?
Yeah,
his real name?
They called him like a weird name or something in the movie. No, but John Wick 4.
John Wick 4. John Wick 4, that's the best John Wick movie, I think.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was the highest budget, for sure.
They went stupid on it.
Yeah. Well, the thing that I noticed initially was, like, every single establishing shot in John Wick was, like, it was very clear that, like, okay, so you have a bunch of ways that John Wick does things well and a bunch of ways that they just, like totally neglect.
Yeah.
Like, the story is not that crazy.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah, it's
right.
like, yeah, right? But they're like, all right, we're going to have the best stunts you've seen in television in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Another one of the things is in the establishing shots, it was like, every time we show a new scene, it's just going to be crazy remarkable.
You think that's what they were trying to do? They were thinking about that?
Yeah, because every single time it opened up to a new setting, it was always like a crazy shot. They were like, what is the craziest? First off, what are the craziest locations we could have?
Right.
But then secondly, what's the craziest way to depict these locations as soon as they see it? Like the scene where the guy who owns the New York hotel, when he's walking through the paintings. The
paintings in the back.
And it's just like a dolly shot, just like tracking.
Do you think they filmed that, like, I'm curious, like, do you think they filmed that on location at like a huge, like a museum, I don't know if they.
I think it looked real to me.
It looked real.
Yeah, I think it was real.
I'm just curious because, like, they had
there's stuff that definitely wasn't real, like the last scene with the sky and stuff was not real.
Right.
Like that was like. You know.
Right. Because when you remember they're like laying down the cards to like choose their weapons of choice for the. By the way, spoilers ahead. Choose their weapon of choice for the duel.
Yeah.
Like, remember the Eiffel Tower was just in the background.
Yeah, I think that was fake.
Right. Okay.
That was fake, but like they actually shot. It looks like they actually shot that one scene with the motorcycles and all of that. Like when he was like fighting, they shot that at that one place. What is that? That's in France, right?
At the roundabout?
Yeah. What is that called?
The Arc de Triomphe.
Okay. Yeah.
Something like that. The Arch.
The Arch of Triumph.
That's what it is. Yeah, bro. I agree with you on that. The Arch of Triumph.
Yeah. I was about to make a off-color joke, but
I kind of know you're going with that.
All right, let's go.
Yes, I agree with you. So, do you think if you could choose, would you say that your favorite aspect of the movie was the cinematography?
Man, the cinematography was really good. I mean, I think my favorite aspect of the movie has to be the fight scenes, and that's just because like you don't get that many good fight scenes in movies like that often. Like it's only it's type of action movie, and then the only ones that come to mind that have really remarkable fight scenes that are more recent is like Extraction.
More recent. Like,
yeah, like Bourne. But Bourne comes to mind, but that's like, that's like movies that came out
2000s.
In the 2000s,
yeah. Extraction. Yeah, we haven't seen a movie like that in a minute.
Yeah, there's not. I feel
Nobody.
like it's a little bit of like a lost art, like like straight up stunt. I mean, you have stunts in like Fast and Furious and stuff, but there's not a. I mean, I guess they have some crazy.
They've been doing some stuff in there, but there's a different feel to it, and I think it's the uniqueness of some of the fight scenes that they're doing. Like for instance, like in the Fast and the Furious, they're leaning into how big Vin Diesel is or how big The Rock is, and like slamming them through, which is still remarkable in its own way, but like slamming them through glass and like they get tossed over a car and like, you know what I mean? They're holding onto a bridge and then they punch someone and pull them down before they pull themselves up. But in John Wick, you could see like there's the distinct difference of like them learning a choreographed fight.
Yeah.
And like being able to shoot.
Yeah, there's no way we didn't just have like a stunt. It was like, no, this entire sequence has to be mapped out. All the angles have to be mapped out. I also like the idea of like just John Wick just straight up being lethal with everything. Like he just kills everyone.
He didn't care at all.
Yeah, you know, like a lot of fight scenes. Like, okay, every Fast and Furious movie where there's a fight scene, almost nobody like kills the other person. You know what I'm saying? They're just beating each other up, and then they go, all right, like back to the mission.
Yeah, they're like, are you done?
Yeah.
Are you done? And they have a gun pointed, are you done? And they're like, coughing blood up, and he goes, I think you've learned enough. It's like, nigga, bro, this man just blew up a city. Execute him. Yeah, but John Wick.
That's how you feel?
I believe in it definitely.
in the Bible, that's how you feel?
No, it's not true. It's not at all. But if you're blowing up cities, bro, we gotta help.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, okay.
You're blowing up cities, you gotta get a bullet in the
slick.
head. Nah, I agree with you. Okay, favorite fight scene then.
Oh my gosh. That's so tough. Well, I mean, one of the most remarkable scenes in that entire movie, obviously, is the set, over the top of the set robot. Like
the one shot over the it was like obviously
that
on
was
a sound
crazy.
stage type vibe.
That was insane.
Because
they did it for so long too.
That's what they keep doing. That's the thing.
They did like a long.
They keep trying to they take it one extra step. Like it's like, oh, I'm seeing the shot for 30 seconds, but no, I'm seeing the shot for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Yeah, it's crazy.
What about you? What was your?
The cars.
Dude, the shot where they were like circling. He was like, wasn't he drifting,
bro?
And drifting around.
Yeah, like shooting that was hard. But I just like how they're fighting and dodging cars. Like in the theater, I was thinking like, how did they do this? And obviously, like it was a mixture of maybe I won't say obviously, like I know how to direct this movie. No, but like to me, like it makes sense that they were like cars were driving past. There were some practical ones, and then there were some VFX ones. Some in the foreground and background. And they had like the ones that ever made contact with the actors, or they had to dodge really fast. Yeah, was probably like real. Yeah, or maybe even the ones they had to dodge really fast were just like.
I heard they were stunt drivers, and that they had like a very critical role because I heard that basically what happened was when they're driving around this thing, they have to hit their marks, and that they have this where they slow down and have to be stopped basically at the moment. They basically slow down really fast, but they know how fast they're going and how long it's going to take them to stop at this point. So by the time the actor hits the car, like the car's basically not moving,
and the actor sells it.
The actor sells it, but they're actually driving into it fast to sell like the quick deceleration.
And they probably do some stuff in post, maybe to even amplify it even more.
Yeah. I mean, cut a frame or something.
I'd say that's my favorite, just because.
That was a crazy scene.
Like it.
That was insane.
It was wild. Overall, though, I would say John Wick 4 gets a 12 out of 12 daggers for me. I say that because it's not trying to be The Dark Knight in terms of story. Yeah. Right? It's trying to be what it did. It executed what it was trying to be. Yeah. Flawlessly, in my opinion. And it did that, but added extra layers on top of it by. Like, we're trying to be a fight. We're trying to be like what is it, Ong Bak that we like a lot?
Yeah, Ong Bak is crazy.
Right. It's like trying to be Ong Bak with like crazy fight scenes, minimal story, but it still does the story a little bit better than Ong Bak. Still does the character development a little bit better than those movies. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I think that.
So this is a perfect movie to you. A 12 out of 12, that's a perfect movie.
I think it depends on, I see what you're saying, because if I'm comparing a perfect movie, I'd have to say something like Shawshank Redemption, right? Yeah. But like, I would say it's a perfect. There's different types of perfect movies. This is a perfect movie for what it was trying to do. Okay. Because I can say Shawshank Redemption is a perfect movie, but I could also go.
Do you feel like it would have taken away from John Wick to have like a more robust story and like where you actually feel for like his pain and like his journey? Like, I feel like it's eye candy. That's what I like about John Wick. It's like you're just, like, you're not really invested in the story. You're just like, he's killing a bunch of people. But, like, how's he going to kill this person next? Oh, Dewey broke his back. Oh,
it's a simple task. Like, get to the tower.
And then there were some sick, and there were some sick shots and whatever. But do you feel like, see, that's the question, though. If they could have had that same movie, but then had just a better through line and better, story or angle or whatever, yeah. Yeah. So now I feel like they removed that to just let it be pure fun. I feel like that had to be a conscious choice. I feel like you don't make a movie of that caliber and then just realize that, oh, like, you're not really connected to the characters in the story. I think they were just like, no, this is just going to be just super simple story and then just action all the way through. But do you feel like it would have been better?
No, I mean, I definitely think that you can improve every movie can improve probably in some way, even Shawshank Redemption. Even the Dark Knight trilogy, I think, in my opinion, had bad fight scenes. There's scenes in that movie where you just have like people just throwing the weirdest punches and just like. But that movie is considered perfect to me because it executed what it was trying to do.
Yeah.
Expertly. It's like trying to compare, like, you have perfect, like, Pixar movies, for instance. Let's say, for instance, I don't know, Toy Story, right? It's a perfect movie.
Yeah.
But I'm also, like, Toy Story and The Dark Knight are completely two different movies.
Facts.
Right? So, like...
Yeah, so you're saying you basically just have to assess it at the level of the genre.
Exactly. I think...
Well, then, I think John Wick is the cream of the crop. I'm just gonna give it an 11 out of 12 daggers because I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm a big story guy, but I can suspend the story for the sake of the, just the straight action, great cinematography. Right. You know what I'm saying? World building. But no, John Wick, a 12 out of 12 daggers and an 11 out of 12 daggers, man. I thought it was a really enjoyable movie. Definitely think y'all could go check it out.
If you're looking to go see John Wick, which I don't think anyone's questioning whether to go see John Wick, but if you are, definitely go see it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Especially if you like crazy fight scenes.
Let's go.
Yeah, baby, need top 5 when I'm done going mental. Yeah, I'm locked in, you can peep my condition, I'm in the lab all winter. All summer, yeah, I went dumb, now I'm about to go dumb and throwing way more numbers on the board on mama.